Right, then let's take a look at the teams. First of all, Wales unchanged from last weekend's victory over Ireland. Alicia Bitchers, the player of the round, wears 6 once again, with Bristol teammate Natalia John backing down in the second row. Meanwhile, in the backs, it's a 4-3 split of Bristol and Gloucester Hartpury players. One of the latter, centre Hannah John, back for more, wearing 13 after scoring one of the most memorable tries in Welsh history just 7 days earlier. As for Scotland, head coach Brian Eason, well, he has made 4 changes. In the forwards, Harlequins Sarah Bonner returns from RAF duty to slot straight back into the second row, while Stirling County's Evie Gallagher, she comes in to win her 9th cap on the open side flank. In the backs, a debut for big as Emma Orr at 13, while Edinburgh University's Shona Campbell is promoted to the starting 15 after a fiery performance off the bench last week. As for the replacements, well, you can't hide the anticipation surrounding the chance that 18-year-old Cecilia Tuipulotu might get a bit more game time for Wales today. Helena Snowsell to get us underway. And the ball flies through the Cardiff sky to land for Scotland. It's Thompson who clears down the far side.
You're in charge of the backlifters, sir. Stay right on me.
On the occasion of her 50th cap then, Lana Skeldon gets the ball in cleanly, taken by Sarah Bonner, returning to the starting lineup after having to miss last week. Strong from Scotland, the ball's still moving. It's Skeldon who's got it, that's got legs. It's over! That was a tough throw there for Phillips, taken nicely by Callender. This is moving well. Phillips still has it. They shift direction, that's still going. Phillips knows she can't get the whole way. Calm heads then from Wales as they go again. Scotland need to hold their nerve. The Arms Park is in full voice, wheeling Wales over the line.
Advantage offside, number 2.
Nearly there. They think they've got over. Wales score. It's Karis Phillips.
They just went one out, trying to get maybe a sleeping defender there.
Ciara Brevin was brought up on the same street as the Welsh men's international Josh Adams. Conkle, Nelson, Thompson, great pass by Thompson, manages to get it out to Orr, gets the final pass away, it's Lloyd. Going Belial, can the red wall hold?
Ball's up, down.
Losing ground on that last phase. Skeldon. Belial. Malcolm. The worry here for Scotland is this does feel a little bit like last week where they just couldn't find the way to the line. Skeldon. Orr. She thought about giving the pass away, knew not to do it.
Don't touch the line, thank you.
Nelson then manages to find Thompson. There's the big pass to Lloyd. Jazz Joyce waiting. Still playing an advantage as well. Well, Scotland, they're going east to west at the moment. They're going to try something here. It goes up to Lloyd! Try, give it to Lloyd! Oh, it was a shot to nothing, but it means 5 points, and that's everything.
It really was a shot to nothing. I mean, when it went up in the air, I think the players around almost turned to walk back to where the penalty advantage would be given. You just see here scrum half, Jenny Maxwell putting it over, and it's an ugly bounce. It literally jumps over the 2 Welsh defenders there. And Rona Lloyd is there to capitalise. A long series of play there from Scotland, multiple phases. That was partly given by Wales. They weren't challenging in the ruck. They were happy for Scotland to play multiple phases. Now, a team does that because, one, they back their fitness in defence. They believe they can go for as long as they need to. And two, it's usually they are sceptical on the skill set of the opposition. So they were waiting for Scotland to make a mistake. But that's a risky defensive strategy, especially when you haven't been disciplined.
Ellen Nelson, she has brought her arrows with her to Cardiff. Soft touches on the ball. Rachel Malcolm, the captain there, once again, just putting her head down, doing the dirty work, but this is all on debut to Skeldon. Still Skeldon, she scored one, can she get another? Maxwell, there's numbers out there, this should be a straight, she could have passed. Oh, Sarah Bonner, there were women there. Bartlett.
Roll red!
Thompson, or knock on. Well, there's the warning there against the Welsh fly half Eleanor Snowsill.
Here, Kat.
That is the half then, and it has all been about Scotland. 2 tries to 1, and Wales go down the tunnel with 1 in the bin as well. Half time, Wales 7, Scotland 14. Gallagher, Maxwell, Nelson, Malcolm. Neither side have decided no need to change any personnel, but the benches could be key. But here's Lloyd again. She couldn't get that last pass away to Thompson, who was screaming. Skeldon.
Stay.
Bilal. And straight and still going. Scotland continuing this match in the same vein that they played out the first, and Conkle refuses to be brought down. Malcolm. Bonner. Maxwell decides to give to Nelson. Campbell wants it. Appeals there. Wales really unhappy with decisions there. Thompson still, Skeldon again.
Roll red!
Maxwell pushes out wide. Lloyd, try! A second try for Rona Lloyd. And that's now 3 on the board for Scotland. Wales still looking for answers.
Again, they managed to just pin Wales back, and this time when they had that overlap, they were clinical with it and they took it straight away. You could see the speed of ruck that the Scottish team were able to develop. I think Wales potentially, after a bit of a talking at half-time around discipline, decided to stay out of the breakdown area. But if you do that, you must make sure that your first-up tackle is effective, and that will help to slow down play.
Purse. Through the hands, here comes Jones, out wide in the end to Powell. This is Jazz Joyce. Butchers.
Play, play.
Bevan, Snosa, Crab.
Tackle is good for me.
She was lowered down safely, not taken over the horizontal. Jones again, still Jones going. Hannah Jones!
Back first, back!
It's slow ball for Wales.
Advantage.
It's heading in the right direction. It's over.
Forward being grounded.
2 tries,
you were offside,
and it's
then
the
advantage
super
you against
sub,
offside, okay?
Sinead
Thank you,
Harris.
ground the ball.
Harris. Needs to let go of
Advantage,
that
no clear
ball.
release. Pen penalty advantage.
It's against the tackler for not letting go of her. Here comes Bevan. She's feeding off the crowd. She needs someone with her.
It's over.
Still Bevan. Well, they've obviously got to make changes here, Scotland, if Wales go for the scrum. So it's not going to happen yet because Wales have opted to go for the line out.
In, please. Maul.
This is looking strong from the Welsh. Kelsey Jones has it. It's moving. Still got legs. Jones, try. The Arms Park is lit up as Wales level with a conversion to come.
In acknowledgement of the player down, they've gone for that driving maul. They could have gone for the scrum and forced Scotland to have to reset to full front row, but equally, they know that Scotland are going to be down a big player in the defence of that maul, so they went for it. And they certainly got lots of momentum moving forward there. Kelsey Jones didn't have to change the ball receiver, stays with her the entire time.
Lewis. Another Lewis. There's Bethan Lewis and
Inside
Fionn Lewis
stop.
on the field at the moment for Wales. Crossfield to Joyce, what a take! It was actually Neumann that took it. Still a few more minutes then on that bin.
Not straight, guys. No fair contest.
Well, we've seen plenty
Yeah,
of
we need
set
to stay in that
piece
contest.
today.
Pardon?
And Young is
Maul.
off.
Stay! No, not over.
It's going to be a big final 5 minutes of this fixture.
Breakaway.
They've never had a draw in the Six Nations so far, these two. I'm sure that's not quite the result either would have wanted, particularly with both of them sitting there on 3 tries apiece. Lewis, Lillicrap. They're going to pound away down this near side. Here comes Butchers. She's got gas outside her in Lewis. Here comes Fionn Lewis. Score! Wales are in front for the first time in 75 minutes of this fixture.
And what a brilliant opportunity taken there. Player of round one, Alicia Butcher showing in her footwork, but it was the support line, that cheat line that we call it, from the scrum half there, Fionn Lewis. Just see it again, a little bit of footstep there from Alicia Butcher. She had players left and right. Brilliant work rate from the Welsh team. Fionn Lewis showing her pace. In 7, she would quite often play out on the wing as well as in at scrum half.
Popped off once again. There's a Welsh player holding that.
Yeah, I will.
Conkle,
Ball is there.
she can
Play.
see it. Conkle drops it!
Play on, turnovers.
It's been knocked on by Scotland. Wales need to make it sure. What a fight back! Wales get their first home Six Nations win in 3 years in front of the record crowd. What a performance in front of that Arms Park crowd. Another bonus point win in this Six Nations campaign. They have character. Scotland deserves so much credit, but full time, Wales 24, Scotland 19. Philippa, who was your Wales Six Nations TikTok player of the match?